Hello, guys, and welcome to the Daily Nightcap after day 2 of what was another astonishing day's action at the Cheltenham Festival, sponsored by, of course, Glenfarclas. And that allows me to introduce my guest for the night, Alice Plunkett. Thanks for joining me.
Chris, thanks for having me on. It's been an epic day, hasn't it?
Today was all about Ireland, Queen Mother, and, of course, Tiger Roll.
The Irish have dominated so much. I think they've had, 11 winners? We've had 2. I mean, it's literally been a slam. Forget St. Patrick's Day, just the whole 2 days. The Queen Mother was just phenomenal. We got the main man we'll be talking to in a minute.
Just a moment.
And Rachel Blackmore, what a girl. Another 2 winners for her.
Yeah. Before we welcome Aidan, let's just have a look at the Pertemps Pressbury Cup. The standings are, quite astonishing. Not really a surprise, but 11-3 to the Irish. I mean, it's a clean sweep today.
It's been extraordinary with them today. I thought Newby Negra might have snuck there, but Aidan's thwarted that. But, I mean, they've just fought over such a strong team. I think Willie's got 53 runners, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And we've already seen Henry.
And another great story of the racing today, the Weatherby's has sponsored the Champion Bumper. This was the 25th year. Willie Mullins won it the first year with Florida Pearl. And, of course, obviously today with Sir Gerhard. I never know how to pronounce the surname of that horse. I would say Gerhard, but it's pronounced completely differently. An amazing story, obviously, there. Dominance.
Well, just Rachel's been extraordinary today. I think, Willie, we expected, he had the 1-2 in the bumper. Yeah. He's been amazing in it all the way through, and he loves to target it. There's such a good programme for bumper horses there. But amazing. I mean, literally everything he's run, we've been frightened of.
So much firepower. Right. Let's focus on today's action. We're going to look at the Queen Mother in just a moment, but I will welcome our guest, the star, Aidan Coleman. How are you, my friend?
All good, guys. Yeah, and yourselves?
Yeah, very well. Oh, what a day, first and foremost. We're buzzing.
Yeah, no, massive. To win these races, what it's all about, to be in them is enough, because you kind of, to get rides in these races, you have to be kind of doing well in itself. But to be able to win one and to, still have a couple of more bullets to fire over the next couple of days is special. So hopefully we're not done yet.
Yeah, your son boy, Aidan. Just before we begin, we'll let everybody at home, and just a quick reminder, if you haven't seen the race today, we're going to play that footage in now. And we've got a great video of Aidan walking down the chute as well.
So racing towards 3 out. Put the kettle on. The orange and black to Rouge Vif closer to the rail. Chacun Pour Soi right in behind over the third last to So Royal. Notebook maroon and white joining in. Here's Grenadine on the outer and smuggled into it Nube Negra. And So Royal was short of daylight there. Had to be badly snatched up between the rail and Rouge Vif. And it's knocked him right back through the field as Put the Kettle On leads on the crown of the turn. 2 to jump in the champion chase. Grenadine on the outer. Chacun Pour Soi poised against the rail, looking for a seam through. Notebook turns in 4th, and then Nube Negra. Here's the penultimate fence. Put the Kettle On, joined by Chacun Pour Soi. Grenadine on the left. Nube Negra takes 4th from Notebook and So Royal. Chacun Pour Soi at the last, jumping on from Put the Kettle On. Nube Negra is staying on stoutly with Grenadine. Chacun Pour Soi. The mare is rallying though. Put the Kettle On is fighting back. Nube Negra forced to switch, closing in. Put the Kettle On, noses ahead. Nube Negra closing. Put the Kettle On, wins again at the festival. And the
What are they doing? Love that, Chief.
To get a shout out from Chris Hughes is what everyone dreams of. Not me, unfortunately. But
you're trying to say that with a straight face, bless him.
Yeah.
No, I'm glad you acknowledged me. Yeah, well, exactly. Yeah, I tagged you in them, so you got to be grateful.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You'd be.
No, I was say if you didn't acknowledge me then, that would have been carnage. But this is what we've done every day on this. It's good because there's obviously no crowds, Aidan. We can actually, the people at home can see what it's like. Obviously, you're walking into quite a tame reception, but you must still have some buzz from that.
Oh, massive, yeah. As they say, the essence of the race riding hasn't really changed. They say as long as we're us jockeys, as long as we got 2 ambulances behind us, we're quite happy. The winning and the racing and the raw emotion straight passing the line is still the same as if there was 60,000-70,000 people there. Look, the post race, you'd love to be coming back down the chute with all the crowds and all that, but considering what's happening and we're very, very lucky to be here, and all credit to, particularly Jerry Hill from the BHA, and so that we've able to we're able to, sorry, I got a call coming through. We were able to be here, you know. So, you know, a lot of people have done a lot of stuff and a lot of hard work to get us in this situation, and we're just delighted, crowds or no crowds, you know.
And she's some girl, isn't she? Put the kettle on. What a legend.
Yeah, she's always been something special to us, to those who know her. But like, she's probably, because it's the only mare to win a champion chase, and you know, to win an Arkle as well, first mare in like 40 years. You know, she really is special now to everybody, and yeah, she's turning into a modern day great, isn't she?
She's a bit of a baggage, isn't she? The girls this morning when she was out and about said she's a bit of a madam to manage.
Yeah, like I've had the pleasure of riding. I rode her out when she was over for the November meeting, and I rode her out Sunday and Monday this week as well. And yeah, I actually Dan Holden rides her out every day at home, and I rang him when I got home this evening to say, like, if he has to ride her for, you know, on average an hour every morning, it's a medal he deserves. So I said, when I get back to Ireland in the summer, I'll buy him a pint at least. Because
they're all hard work though, aren't they, Aidan? These mares, they're all a little bit tricky from time to time.
Oh, here we go.
The ones you pick are, yeah. Says me who's single, so I can't say anything.
I loved your line to Ed, though. Tell us what you said to Ed when you came back in. Who needs a girlfriend when you've got a girl like this?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. One pain in the head is enough.
I can relate to that, though, with, of course, Annie Mac.
I know you do.
I haven't had the same success. I'm not on that level, but I can relate to that.
Well, both of you, who needs a girlfriend when you got Annie Mac?
Yeah, well, that's our excuse. Yeah, that's our excuse. Anyway,
yeah, it's a fine excuse. Yeah, Aidan. Tomorrow, you have a lovely ride in the Stayers, of course. You're one of your best friends, of course, Paisley Park. You got to fancy your chances tomorrow.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, we're hoping, look, if we don't have a repeat for last year, which were you know, should have been a one-off, and they usually are, but it kind of is always there, and there's always going to be that element of doubt every time he's going to run from now on, be it at Cheltenham or anywhere. And look, if we get a clear run round and all that, and the problems that arose last year don't turn up again, I'm pretty confident I'm sure he's the best horse in the race, but look, it doesn't always boil down to that. And as long as we get a clear run round and there's no hard luck stories, I think, you know, I think it'll take a good one to beat him, to be honest.
Yeah, I think that's always important with Paisley, just to get a clear run, because it's been tricky at times. But last time out, he showed the heart he's got, the guts, and obviously you getting up right at the finish line, just some finish.
Yeah, like, look, he just hits that little flat spot, and sometimes, you know, it's what you kind of call in the game tactical speed, and it can happen at the wrong time. So look, I won't make any plans how I'm going to ride him, but if I feel like I have to come a bit wider down the hill to get a clear run, I might have to do that. But I won't accommodate for that. That's 2.5 miles into the race, so I'll wait and see how we're going. But I'll you know, that's the worry I have, is that half a mile out, just trying to negotiate the process.
Does it make a difference to you, Aid? Does it make a difference having got one in the bag? Does it mean you go in tomorrow sort of thinking, yeah, I'm the man? Does it sort of take that monkey off your back a bit?
Not really. No, I'm kind of doing it long enough now to kind of realise whatever happened, like, you know, Champion Hurdle didn't go away yesterday. It didn't really make any difference how I rode today. Even the Coral Cup, the race before the Champion Chase, was a car crash for me. Didn't work out at all. But, like, you know, I think the older you get, it's just the adage of experience. You know, you just kind of learn to deal with it and kind of not dwell on them too much. And yeah, so hopefully, look, I've had a great week, whatever happens now, but at the same time, I'd be very disappointed now if Paisley gets beat. And yeah, that's basically it. If he gets beat tomorrow, I'll be very disappointed. Simple.
I think you talk about horses eating flat spots. I mean, some of the greats do, of course. And well, Altior being one of those, is a horse which kind of hits a flat spot in a race and finds more. But Aidan, you must be buzzing. Obviously, you ride Santini as well in the Gold Cup, so you got a great book of rides. And just the way the race has been going the last couple of days, especially on ITV, it's always fairy tale stuff. The beauty about the Cheltenham Festival is you get a story from anything. And tomorrow for Andy Gemmell would be another one of those which we've had in the past. It would just be great for everybody at home watching on. Yeah,
look, he's picked up a big following, this horse, and Andrew as well, and you know, the whole story with him just all the way through has been fantastic, and it's been great from your side of the fence as well, because it gives you something to talk about and write about, and it's something that you don't need to use your imagination. I think an average journalist could make something of it. But
even us with no brains and useless can make a story out of this
Ron
one.
Burgundy there, the new anchor man.
Aidan, I got a little bit not emotional because I didn't cry, but I was happy for you today, my boy.
You cried.
I was. I really.
Cried.
I didn't tip you up. You'd have probably seen on my Instagram, like, I wasn't tipping you up. I was all over everything else. But the filly, I mean, it was good.
But, you know, the day someone tips her, like, the day she's talking about, like, she's had 4 wins now, and every time she's gone under the radar. And I can see why. You know, obviously, Glenfarclas was a superstar today. And when she won the Arca last year, there was a couple of other names in the hat. And every time she's turned up, she's kind of slightly overlooked. And, you know, we're 4 from 4 and 4 from 4 around Cheltenham, which is fantastic.
And Santini, then let's chat the Gold Cup. You land the spoils there. You'd have to fancy your chances. A very competitive Gold Cup, probably one of the best we've had in recent years. You could throw a blanket over, you know, a selection of horses who'll be there at the finish line. So how do you assess that, mate?
Well, I think that's a good. I think turning in, even I'd say that blanket would still be useful, because I would say there will be hard to spot a winner. You know, I would imagine how it's going to be. I think there's going to be a lot of horses in contention turning in, and even down to the last. And I think it's only going to be from the running. You know, I think from the back of the last to the running before you really kind of nail your colours to a match of what horse is going to win. And I just hope it's mine. He was just beaten at last year's record around Cheltenham is super, and his season hasn't gone to plan, but I just got a feeling kind of with how he's been at home recently, and, you know, we don't like making excuses, but there's genuine reasons why he's been beat twice this year. I think it looks like everything is kind of falling into place for a big run anyway.
Yeah, good.
I suppose he stays. I mean, the key is we know he likes the track. He stays, and the ground is coming right for you. Would those be the sort of key thing?
Yeah, they're the biggest boxes you need to tick, really. I suppose, like, the staying one is always a question mark because you're never sure until you get there. But obviously, he definitely does. I think a lot of the main ones in the race and the ones to beat, obviously, they all probably tick the same boxes as well. That's the thing with this year's Gold Cup. If you're going on kind of trends and kind of the main attributes you need to win a race like this, there's more than 1 or 2 that have all the credentials anyway. So it's going to be a fantastic race to watch, and I'm sure it's going to be a hard race to ride in, which is what they're supposed to be.
So many trainers and teams, isn't it? Because we've got so many returning horses. You know, don't often get horses running in multiple Gold Cups. And yet that's what's so cool this year, that we feel like we know them, we know all sorts of things. And you could probably run this race so many times and get a different result. But a real credit to the grooms and the lasses and the lads and the trainers at home to keep bringing these horses back in such good shape.
Yeah, but I suppose, yeah, exactly. With everything, how it's going, like the trainers and the modern day methods and all the care and attention these horses get, you know, you said that the good example of this is these horses coming back for numerous Gold Cups, and, you know, Tiger Roll coming back for his 5th win and his whatever many festival. You know, that goes to show how well these horses are looked after and protected. And so it's great, really.
Yeah, seriously well trained. It's going to be a fascinating Gold Cup, no doubt. Let's have a little bit of fun now. Let's turn our attention. It will stay within racing, but away from racing. I know naturally on a day like this, we'd probably be in the Frog Mill tonight, Aidan. Me, you, Richie, Johns Jr., Sammy would join us. We'd be having a beer now, probably a bit of food. But have you got to go easy tonight on the appetite? You're riding light tomorrow? You're all good. You can eat. You can eat pretty well.
I've got 10-2 on Friday, so yeah, I'm on very, very little rations now. I had a bit of breakfast this morning, and I'll have a little bit this evening, and then I'll be the same again tomorrow. Yeah, I was 7.5 this morning, so I'd lose about 6 in the next 2 days, but that's fine. It's not that difficult.
I could do with losing about 6 stone in the next 2 days.
No, don't say that. You look absolutely
no. One of us here is lying.
In the next 2 days.
£6. That's a trip to the toilet in a hot bath. That's all you need, isn't it?
I can challenge the two of you. You lose £6 in the next 2 days as well as.
I think Richie's one of the best at that, sitting in a hot bath, and he can drip it. He just drips it off, and he can lose it quite quickly.
You do. Your body learns to adapt. I jumped in this morning there after just riding out, only just to do it right. You know, just because these 48-hour decks, there's pros and cons, but like I got plenty of notice, so I won't have. I'll still be able to eat the next couple of days. I just have to just kind of. Instead of my customary 2 bottles of beer tonight, I'll just have one. I think.
Yeah. And what's the crack like in the weighing room? Because you're not in the standard weighing room. You're all over the shop here at Cheltenham with COVID regulations. But is there good crack in there still?
Yeah, it's good. I think the facilities are fantastic, considering we're basically in a, we'll say, glorified tent, but that's not being disrespectful or anything like that. The facilities are brilliant. You know, the showers are good, considering they're all portable. The food is good, and the communal area, like, although social distance and all that, is the atmosphere is there as much as it can be, considering there's no technical atmosphere outside. So it's just our tent isn't having a lot of winners, unfortunately, because it's been dominated by the other side, isn't it? But it's good to get one today for the lads.
No, good man. It's more a glorified marquee, slightly bigger than the standard tent, but well, I suppose it is. It's tent marquee. Like, Aidan, we're going to wish you all the best for the rest of the week.
Technical tent man.
Technical tent man.
You with your technical.
No, it's. I'd say marquee does it more justice.
Yeah, a posh tent.
I'm going to keep calling you Ron Burgundy anyway. So right.
I'll keep calling you Aidan Coleman, the greatest today. Anyway, that's good. That's me being nice.
It's a good trade,
mate. Yeah, exactly. I will wish you all the best. I'll let you get on. You want to put your feet up now? What's the plan for the night? What you watching on the TV?
I got a Home and Away to watch.
Sorry?
That's religious. Home and Away. I haven't missed an episode of Home and Away in about 15 years. So we got one of them to, or no, two. I didn't watch yesterday's either. And then that's it. Yeah.
Hang on. Is that program still running?
Still running. It's the best show in the world, lad.
You are literally crazy.
Sorry, hang on. I'm lost here. Aidan.
Oh, no, yeah. I haven't missed an episode. 5-star.
God, well, I'm not going to keep you any longer.
Yeah.
You crack on. Not. No, good boy.
Neighbours as well as a follow-up? Or
no, I don't like Neighbours. No, I don't like Neighbours. Or soaps in general, but Home and Away, it's more like a real documentary.
Yeah. Good man. Aidan, go well, buddy.
Thank you very much. Thanks, everybody. Goodbye. Cheers.
Well done. Brilliant today. Good luck tomorrow.
Thanks again. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Well done. Bye.
He's having me on, isn't he? He must be having me on.
I thought it was quite cool, but...
He watches good stuff on Netflix. They all do. Him, Richie, Sammy, they all watch this, and then they reminisce about it in the weighing room. That's what it's for. None of them are watching Home and Away. He doesn't get in and go waffle on about Home and Away.
He must do.
Well, he doesn't. I'll tell you. He watches it, but he doesn't chat to anyone about it because no one else watches it.
Yeah, but he's just told our whole audience he watches it. He's not even hiding it.
I know. Right. Well, Barry Geraghty has his best bits now, so enjoy this.
It's time for my best bits of day 2. It has to be Tiger Roll reeling in the years to win at the festival for the 5th time. Tomorrow, I'm looking forward to Paisley Park, hopefully reclaiming his Stayers crown. We'll catch up tomorrow then. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, Baz.
Cheers, Barry. Good man. You're swigging on that, aren't you?
That's it. It's medicinal purposes only.
Yeah, it's good. It's good stuff, the Glenfarclas. And that will take me on to the Glenfarclas cross country. Of course, Tiger Roll, a real highlight. Let's replay the action from today, and then we will discuss it.
See what you did there.
He's land in 2nd position, Sunneck in 3rd, Alfred Izobo in 4th. They run now towards the home turn. Keith Donoghue on Tiger Roll looks round for dangers. He won't see very many. The old fella is coming towards the home turn in search of a 5th festival victory, and it's Tiger Roll clear now to ease his land in 2nd position. Sunneck and Alfred Izobo behind those Deputy Carriers way behind in 5th position, but this is Tiger Roll at the final fence, up and over safely. It's going to be a 3rd victory in the race for him, a 5th Cheltenham Festival success for Tiger Roll. He looks as good as ever, doesn't he? They race towards the line then. Keith Donoghue and Tiger Roll have won the Glenfarclas cross country chase.
Well done, Roller.
Amazing for the team, amazing for the horse. And I spoke to Eddie O'Leary afterwards. You know, they were just so proud of him. Incredible.
Well, you were emotional.
I was really emotional.
You love this fella.
This is what Cheltenham's about. It's what jump racing's about. Why you and I are drawn into this sport, because horses like that, you know, everyone was like, Luke and I were both saying, you know, the last 2 runs, you couldn't see him doing that. But from the moment he jumped off today, he was bouncing, he was tanking. He just loved it.
I think that's the thing. I think a lot of us, if not 90% of people would have written him off today.
Yeah.
And his price was reflective of the fact that, he was still in this with a chance. Second favourite, of course, because of all his ability.
And his reputation, you couldn't ignore him, could you? But if I tipped him, they'd have gone, oh, Al, you're such a sap. How can you possibly say that he can win? And he did it like that. It was amazing. And
great news as well, if you are Tiger fans across the world, Tiger Woods is out of hospital today as well. So
the Tigers are roaring all over.
The Tigers are everywhere. They're enjoying themselves again. So that's great news all across the world. Right. Me and you now, we're going to have a game. This is going to be a little fun segment. I did this yesterday with Katie Walsh. It was quite amusing. So it's going to be quick fire questions, but you don't have to answer them like quickly. You can have a
Should I be nervous?
No, not nervous.
Okay.
Just excited.
Okay.
This is fun.
Chris Hughes has told me I should be excited. Right.
Well, we're having fun tonight.
Okay, all right. Too frisky.
It's risky.
How
Cool.
fun. Right, come on, get these questions out. This is going the wrong way. Yeah.
Favourite TV show? I've got Home and Away in my head. I can't with Aidan. He's lost his head.
It's not Home and Away, but I have loved The Crown.
The Crown?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the
Netflix.
That's the
Netflix.
Religious. The royal
not
one.
religious.
No, the royal one.
The Crown. It's in the name.
Yeah, I haven't watched it. I've heard about
it's
it.
Good.
I meant
good.
royal. The royals. Yeah.
yeah.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs. And cats, but dogs.
Dogs mainly.
Yeah, I've got 11 puppies at home at the moment.
Okay. Marmite, yes or no?
Marmite, yes. With croissants sometimes.
Yeah. Who rides your horse? Racehorse. Ruby, AP, or Barry?
Ruby.
Why?
Carefully. AP, I love you. Barry, I love you. But Ruby, I just loved the way he presented them to fence. He reminded me of John Franklin, who I love even more.
He was one of the greatest
he is
ever.
The greatest.
The greatest.
Yes.
Barrel of laughs as well. Franklin, bless him.
He's got the twinkle.
He has. Just like me. Desert Island. Last meal on it before you go to a desert island.
Oh, good one. I think chicken Caesar salad.
That's got to be a joke. A chicken Caesar salad.
Don't look at me like that.
No, as your last meal before you go away to try and find coconuts on a desert island. Hey,
you're giving me like your cross eyes. Okay, I can say that.
Wait, hang on. Is that a joke?
It's not.
So you're going to eat croutons and a chicken Caesar salad?
Mate, move on. Next question. You're not supposed to question the answer.
Right,
You're meant to ask the question.
When you've had your chicken Caesar salad and you are on the desert island.
Yeah.
Which child of yours, the 4, do you take? One. You're only allowed one.
My husband.
Sorry?
He's one of my children.
No, you can't take it. One of your children. Go on.
No, I can't do that.
Mothers don't do favouritism. Why?
There's absolutely no way.
Why?
Because I've got to live with them. When I'm sacked off ITV and you don't want to speak to me, I've got to live with them, and I can't do that. So.
Oh, I'm surprised. My mum has 5 children,
and
5
you
sons.
wouldn't be the one she'd take on the desert.
No, I'm her favourite.
Oh.
Yeah, I absolutely am. Right, that was
but
good.
You're not. You think you are.
Ticking that off my list. No, I'm actually definitely not. I'm the youngest, but I've always got my own way. I think the youngest do naturally with siblings.
Yeah, my M does definitely. Yeah,
Right.
My oldest is 15, my youngest is 6, and so I'll probably take the oldest because it's the easiest.
Right, back to the racing.
Yeah. Anyway, back. My family.
Yeah. Right, little ground update. Good to soft at the moment. It's stayed like that throughout the day, and I believe the going is still good to soft for everybody concerned about the ground. Let's preview now the Ryanair Chase. We'll preview that now.
Okay.
Me and you.
Yeah, love it. I'm looking forward to it. It's a race I always love. It's quite a new race in terms of the championship races. Yeah. And people were worried, weren't they, when they brought in that 2.5 miler, that it would take away from the champion chase or the Gold Cup. But it totally hasn't.
And we've had some amazing stories from the Ryanair Chase in years gone by as well.
What's your favourite?
Probably Frodon, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's got to be.
But Min deserves it tomorrow. Yeah. He really does.
Yeah, I think Min. I'd love to see Min.
What's he been
win.
Second 4 times at the festival? Is that right?
Well, he's won. I don't know how many times at the festival. He's seven grade 1s. I mean, that's an absolute powerhouse of a horse.
We've been having such a laugh on ITV in the mornings. Ollie's show, the opening show. We've been out in the middle of the track, and Willie Mullins' horse is just unbelievable too.
This is what I mean. I mean, you can't write off Min. I mean, he's one of the best fancied horses in the race.
Or Melon, his other one.
Yeah, Melon. Yeah, of course.
Right,
ran in the Marsh last year against our Annie. We had no chance. We had no chance.
Can you say Joseph's horse's name?
Yes. Fakir Duderies. Fakir Duderies.
Brilliant. brilliant.
I say it was Fakaduduri. Why? What do you say it then? Well, you say it. You asked me to say it. I've said it. Now you say it. You can't say it, can you? Faka. Or fakir. Fakir Duduri. It's been well backed, actually. 12s into 7s, if you're interested. We're off on a tangent here, but I'm having great fun.
What about Allaho for Rachel Blackmore?
I mean, the way she's riding, you tipped her up to be leading jockey this week.
Her, mate.
You backed 16.
I backed her 16-1.
That's looking good.
That's looking really hot. She's had 3 winners already, and I backed her. I love Imperial Aura. I don't know whether he's good enough, Kim Bailey's, but
locally trained, of course.
We're desperately trying to get some English winners here, and I mean, he's our best price at 8-1.
Well, we was with Nico yesterday, Mr. Fisher. That's going to have a
that's been backed,
chance.
Hasn't it?
Yeah, very progressive horse. Yeah, it has been
Matt
backed.
Chapman told us it had been backed, and I tell you what, that is class, and the drying ground for him is key. Mick Fitz told us that he'd watched this horse school the other day, and he said it was phenomenal.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's look ahead. Yeah, good shout. Let's look ahead to the Paddy Power Stayers Hurdle. Obviously, we chatted to Aidan a moment ago. This is your odds-on bookie slide for everybody wanting an update.
Hi there, my name's Paul Binfield, aka Binners of Paddy Power. Really looking forward to day 3 of the festival supporting World Child. Paddy Power are absolutely delighted to be sponsoring both the Paddy Power Stayers Hurdle and the following race, the Paddy Power Plate. The Paddy Power Stayers Hurdle, slightly disappointing that we haven't got the anticipated clash between Paisley Park and Time Hill. The latter's suffered a small setback, but luckily he'll be back at Aintree, another Jockey Club racecourse, next month. Looking forward to that one. Paisley Park goes there with a favourites chance, got beaten at Newbury on a flat track, but then he redeemed himself against Time Hill at Ascot last time. The Christmas Hurdle in Ireland is an important piece of form. The winner, Flooring Porter, for Gavin Cromwell, he's up amongst them in the betting. We've also got Sarge Burley and also Fury Road, 3rd and 4th in that race for Denise Sneezy Foster. Vindication's in the mix, and last year's winner Lisnagar Oscar. We've got a free £5 bet for all new and existing customers on the Thursday. You can have that on any race. We're 5 places each way on the Paddy Power Stayers Hurdle. My £20 challenge, I'm going for Paisley Park, bit unoriginal, but really like the Emma Lavelle team. Hope they can do it again. £5 each way on Lisnagar Oscar. 50-1 last year. He won't be 50-1 this year.
Great slide indeed. Lisnagar Oscar, last year's winner, has actually been well fancied. It's been backed into 9-1.
I'm not surprised. Do you know what? I love Rebecca. She's brilliant. She's brilliant here. She's got an amazing record at the festival for her small team. And we were at Newbury for Ladbrokes Trophy, and he ran that day against Paisley Park. And he actually was travelling, and then he choked, and he almost pulled up. They went, right, that's it. They took him home, did his win. We've hardly seen him since. But we know he's good enough to win it. Whether he's good enough to win it tomorrow, but he should go close on what they've been saying at home.
Yeah, Paisley Park, obviously we spoke to Aidan. He's has to be the horse in the race to beat. That's the fairy tale.
He has to win.
Yeah.
Emma Lavelle, Barry, you said Mr. Gemmell, they're just the good guys in the sport, aren't they? They are the good guys. And Paisley, he's such a unit. He's such a beast, and we just love a champion and a fallen champion, a returning champion. It's everything, isn't it? It's everything we love.
Exactly, and obviously Time Hill out the race, as we had that news a couple of weeks ago. You'd have to fancy his chances. Stake a claim for any others in the race? Sada Belay?
Funny enough, an outsider that Kim Bailey was shouting out today was Vindication.
Yeah.
It seemed quite a funny one that he entered the horse in the race, but he said they sort of ran out of time with him about getting him schooled back for a chasing option.
Yeah, he's had chase form, hasn't he?
But he's actually unbeaten over hurdles.
Yeah, I was going to say he's got hurdle form as well, so he can.
And Kim's horses are in good form. He said he did the most blistering piece of work the other day.
Yeah,
he was
so he's
quite
obviously very happy.
Yeah,
That's good info
but
for our
Paisley.
viewers. Yeah, Paisley would be the story. I think just the way it's gone with the racing this week, so many fairy tales, so much fairy tales.
Yeah, he's got to win. Come on, Paisley. Come on, the Paisley.
Go on the Paisley Park. And we're going to do our guest challenge now. A few minutes left. Every day I've been asking our guests to do a guest challenge. Katie Walsh tipped up Monkfish. Katie, great tips. great
What,
tips.
4-1 up?
Yes, sir. 2s or 3s on. I mean, she's
Brilliant.
won
She
up.
was on it, yeah.
I think Josh, who was Josh Stacey, first day out in Tukas, who was beaten by Sky Pirate today in the Grand Daniel. So that was very unfortunate because it absolutely crashed it 2 out. Great to see John Joe O'Neill get a winner. But you win a bottle of Glenfarclas if you can tip up a winner. So for the rest of the week, any horse, I don't mind if it's odds on. Give our viewers your one.
So it could be okay. I think I will go Paisley Park in the Stays.
Yeah, that's a fair shot.
Is that all right?
No, that's.
I mean, if Katie's gone Monkfish, to be fair,
you're allowed.
I think I'm allowed to.
Katie did say to you, goes, am I allowed to go? Does it matter about their price? I said, no, give me a 4s on shot. She basically did. She prevailed.
I think coming into the meeting, we were doing some features like this. We did the Cheltenham preview on this channel, and Nikki Henderson gave Monkfish as a start course, I think.
Yeah. Well, there we are.
Isn't that dark?
Yeah. No, it wasn't. It was just there in your face. Yeah, that one which we all expected to win. Right, let's have a little update on the leading owners, trainer and jockey standings just before we go. There's the leading owners, 1 apiece all down the board. Leading trainer, Willie Mullins. Henry is right up there, 3 apiece, tied at the top. And the leading jockeys, Rachel, bless her, absolutely smashing it. 3 at the top, Paul Townend, Jack Kennedy, Aidan, Nico de Boinville, both on 1, but 3 leads the way.
2 days to go. They were only halfway through. Can you believe it?
I know, we've had some great stuff being only halfway
And the
through.
weather, doesn't the weather just made it so special? Today
I feel like we can't rub, like, I'm skeptical about banging on about the weather because that almost like puts another nail in the coffin to people wanting to be here.
I do agree, but I was walking out today and just thought the weather here is so lovely.
It's unbelievable.
And just think everybody would be around with their pints, just loving it.
Imagine you were here getting a suntan.
Next year.
But now we're cold, so we're punishing ourselves. But you can watch the racing, of course, on ITV, Racing TV, and Race Day Live, which is on the Cheltenham Racecourse website. Tomorrow I'll be joined by Rishi Prasad. He's been a very busy man covering the cricket and, of course, the horse racing. And I want to say cheers. In our Glenfarclas glass. Thank you very much. Are you going to sip on that?
Are you?
No, I'm going to watch you sip.
Oh, thanks.
I still have a job to do. I've got to close this one off, and I'm going to leave you with a lovely highlights footage. But join me tomorrow, same time, 7 p.m. And thank you, Alice. Great guest.
It's been a real treat. Thank you so much for having me on.
Best night of my life.
Cheers. Chris Hughes just told me it was the best night of my life. Goodbye.
They're off. Robbie Supple gets them away for the curtain raiser on St Patrick's Day, the Ballymore. Gaia de Manille is chasing, but surely chasing in vain. It's going to be another for Rachel Blackmore and Henry de Bromhead in the Rob Court colours. Bob Ollinger, all guns blazing, lands the Ballymore. Monkfish at the final fence, gets in tight, hits it halfway up, sends Birch flying in 1,000 directions, driven out to make sure, drawing away in the closing stages. Emphatic, Monkfish takes the Brown Advisory. Heaven Help Us soars out over the final flight, and it's Heaven Help Us storming up the Cheltenham Hill. Heaven Help Us runs riot to win the Coral Cup. The mare is rallying though, Put the Kettle On is fighting back, Put the Kettle On, noses ahead, You Make Never closing, Put the Kettle On, wins again at the festival, and the mare fights them off to take the championship.
This is Tiger Roll at the final fence, up and over safely. It's going to be a 3rd victory in the race for him, a 5th Cheltenham Festival success for Tiger Roll. He looks as good as ever, doesn't he? Here's on Tukar and Mark Walsh to deliver a late challenge. Sky Pirate in front on Tukar is gaining with every stride, so I just think Sky Pirate held him. Red Jacket Sir Gerhard Kilcrot is closing with every single stride, but it was Sir Gerhard who made all.